So in TM master data, typically we have two aspects to discuss. So one related to the networking part of the transportation. So that is one aspect. The other one is related to the resources. So these are the fundamentally two aspects to it, and it encompasses a lot of things. Not all things are coming under network category. I included a few of them, which probably will be necessary for us to understand. So we'll see that. So what are these? Basically locations, zones, or lanes, or we have schedules or locations, some default routes or trade lanes, carrier profile, and this cockpit kind of a thing. You see, which probably is not a part of network, but I just included for us to kind of get a idea about it, because we're going to work on this in a couple of weeks later. We're going to work on this. So I just wanted to give a heads up. And then we have resources, see, mode of transportation, means, equipment, groups, vehicle resources, so on and so forth. Now, one of the things which is important is to really understand where all does these things fit in. If I want a bird's eye view of all these things together, and just get a very 10,000 feet high level view of it, and then place things at different positions, then probably it might look something like this. So this is a hand-drawn diagram. Probably it will try to explain in terms of where all these things fit in. Let me try to explain that so that you can just place in your mind, where these probably fit in. So let's take the first one, right? So we have locations. So where does location fit in? So basically the location A and then the location B. So location could be something like a plant or a shipping point. This could be a location. Okay. So from where the freight is being transported across to location B. So that's where we understand these locations, what these locations are. So we'll get into details later. So at this point in time, we call a plant or a shipping point as a location from where the goods are transported to location B, where the customer is existing. Okay, so we have touched the first part of it, that is your location. Then let's come to transportation zones, the second thing. Now these transportation zones, basically at this point of understanding, could encompass multiple locations, like this location A and this location B, both could be a part of a zone. It could be a state or a county or a country or so, a region, whatever. So the both location could be a part of a particular zone, as well as a location could be in one zone and another location could be in another zone. Okay, so this is one kind of understanding. So we have locations understood, we have transportation zones, we got some idea about it, and then we have something called transportation lanes. So transportation lane is a path, basically, which is between a source location and a destination location. The path which is taken to transport the goods all along to the customer or to the taken to the destination. So a lane is defined in one direction. It's a unidirectional. So it goes from here to here, right? The goods, the freight is here, and then they go from A to B. So this is this is a lane. And then typically you have, in this case, you have a road on which the vehicles are getting transported from A location to B location. So this road forms as a mode of transportation. That's a mode of transportation. And then the on the mode of transportation, you need a means of transportation, right? So you have the truck here, which qualifies as a means of transportation. So means of transportation and mode of transportation, right? So there is so the mode of transportation and the means of transportation here. So there's a truck 1 and truck 2, okay? And then there is something called transshipment. There is something called transshipment right in between these two locations, location A and okay. This is also a location. This is also a sort of a location. But what sort of a location? It probably is a location wherein this truck would reach this place, and then probably it unloads, and then this truck picks it up and then takes it over. This could be at a cross-border situations, or it could be at a hub or so. There could be certain what you call locations called transshipment location. So this is what it is. Okay, and then you have certain things called schedules. Schedules are certain what you call usually defined routes, or usually defined paths from A location to B location. You have those schedules, perhaps in this case, which are defined. Multiple schedules might probably have been defined. So these form as the schedules between A and B. So you might have different lanes for the schedules. You may have you may follow different what do you call itinerary for a schedule. You may have different times. You may have different vehicles. You may have different combinations of aspects for different schedules.